Hey everyone, how you doing? No, it looks like my okay, now I got my camera working again. Technical difficulties with Windows. How's everyone doing out there? Get over here and go scroll on back up here. And I think I said hi to everyone. I know Dave said hi as soon as I put it up here. And haven't seen him come in yet, but then we had Idaho Garden Girl, CB at Huga Homestead, the Lala Farm, Ginger Ninja. We're talking Christy Betts. There's Dave. He actually came in. Oh, major headache. He'll just listen. All right. Darlene McGee, Aideneer. Everyone's chit-chatting. All right. Brenda Duncan, 1900 Homestead. Sure. Yeah, everyone's talking back and forth. Suburban Hillbilly. How you doing? Grammy Karen. Yeah, come on. I got all these stupid pop-up notifications for ones that are trying to come in at 6:30. Okay, where was that? Okay, Grammy Karen, Gear Grinding 19. How you guys doing? And scroll on down here. Q Kitchen and Beyond's here. Dennis Miller's here. All right, caught up. Yay! So a couple things are just on my mind here that are just going on around in the world today. But one of the things is one of my neighbors here in Idaho, when we had the snow a couple days ago, and I put out those couple little videos about it, he put out a thing on Facebook saying, for all you that are new to the area, don't freeze, just first winter. It'll last about a week, and then we'll have second fall. And yeah, that's what it is right now. It's just started to drizzle a little bit, but the temperature's been up a bit, so it's been okay. Hey, Jay's in the house. Oh, and for the comments, I'm using my Gray Man Prepping channel to make comments. It's just easier alternating back and forth between when I'm trying to stream to Camppatton Family Compound. Here's Courtney. Hey, Courtney. It's just easier to use Gray Man Prepping than it is, and when I do Gray Man Live, I try to use Camppatton Family Compound to make comments. So get everybody back and forth. So, Courtney, what's the weather like there today?
It's not bad. Like, it's cool. Like, but it's not like today I could go outside without a sweatshirt, you know what I mean? But like I had to wear a t-shirt, but not a tank top or anything like that. But it was okay, but it's getting colder. Like at night, it's been like 40. Yeah.
You're still a bit warmer than we are today. Well, right now it says it's 51 out here.
Yeah.
And the low tonight's supposed to be 38. So above freezing again. We're back above freezing, but
that doesn't sound like fun though.
Yeah. Hey, Maccabeus, Everyday Survival.
Hey, Hugo. Hey, Q. But yeah, it's been okay. Like I wore a hooded sweatshirt today, like when I went out, but for the most part, it's been okay. I'm just like, I think at some point this week, it's supposed to be like 79 degrees again. That's how it's been. It's like, it jumps back and forth. Like that's what's going to make everybody sick. Like it jumps back and forth. Like one day it's 59, the next day it's 79. So welcome to Ohio.
Darlene McGee says, let me just put it up there. It's at 61 where she is. Yeah, she was getting the freezing last week as well. She's up here in Idaho as well.
Yeah.
So.
You okay? Are you getting sick?
Not sick. I just got a
allergy
weird frog.
thing.
I got a frog thing. I woke up this morning again with the room spinning. Oh crap! I forgot to take my allergy meds yesterday. So
yeah, that'll do it. And they're really bad right now. I don't know why, but they always say the fall is the worst.
Yeah.
For allergies.
And hello, Ra. And so, yeah, so this morning I popped a Zantac. Is that the allergy one?
Yeah, Zantac.
Yeah, we got the
I think that's
generic.
no Zyrtec. Zyrtec.
Zyrtec, yeah. We got
Zantac is heartburn medicine.
yeah, we got the generic version from Sam's Club. So I took one of those. I took a Mucinex, took a Sudafed, and a Benadryl.
Yeah.
And took just about 4 hours for everything to go away and start feeling better. But my throat's still kind of weird. I've taken hot apple cider and hot chocolate.
I can't take Benadryl. Like if I do, I have to take it early enough to where I can wake up if my son needs me, because it just, for some reason, it just knocks me out. So.
Benadryl does that. That's one of the things. That's what my wife, when she's got her allergy stuff going on, her ears ring when she goes to bed, she'll take a Advil PM, so it's got Advil and Benadryl in it, and that way she can get to sleep. Hey, Diggs.
Hey, Diggs. I know a long time ago, maybe like 5 years ago, I was super, super sick. And the doctor gave me that stuff called Flonase that you stick up your nose.
My wife uses that too.
Yeah, you're supposed to smell the flowers. If you smell the flowers, it's working or something. I don't know. But anyway, because it's supposed to smell like flower. I don't know. Anyway, I used that and it actually worked. I was really surprised because I'm not one of those ones that like to spray things up my nose. But the doctor insisted that I take that. So I'm like, okay. So I used that and it actually worked. It was kind of expensive though, over the counter.
That's what my wife has it, and she has some up here and she has some down there in California.
Yeah. And
so she has the Claritin, Zyrtec, Flonase on the cabinet above her sink, and then in the regular medicine cabinet got the Mucinex DM and the real Sudafed. Not that, fake, stuff you got to fill. Like, yes, okay, I'm only going to buy so many per month. But, it's, I mean, sometimes I can tell when she needs to do it, and you can tell she's getting cranky and she's, her ears are bothering her. She's still saying, did you take your Flonase? No. Okay. Yeah, right. I'm going to go take it. And she takes off and takes it. And about half hour later, she's better. Hey, Kaylin, how you doing?
You're not allowed in here.
Oh, no, the biggie doggy.
Can you hear him? He went up to the microphone and went, sit down, Otis.
Looking at what our my weather here is, we got, just started to get a little sprinkling a little while ago, and it says rain likely, then mostly cloudy. Then in the morning, slight chance of rain, 20%. Then sunny, and it's sunny all the way through Friday night.
Yeah.
Friday night says 20% chance of rain, followed by 30 and 40% Saturday and Saturday night, and then mostly rain likely Sunday with a high near 51, 60% chance of precipitation Sunday, 70 Sunday night, and 70 Monday.
Come here.
So
I want everybody to see. There we go. See, there's Otis Figglesworth.
Hey, Otis. Yeah. Anyways, it's and the thing is, the places that are getting the rain right now aren't necessarily the places that need the rain.
Jay, he is mixed with poodle. He is giant schnauzer poodle mix. So he does have poodle in him. That's why he has the curly hair. They're supposed to be hyperallergenic, but dogs still have dander. So let me close that door so he doesn't come back in.
All right. And one of the things here I noticed, let me see if I can put this other thing up here. There we go. So this is the put it back to the beginning. So this is the jet stream, the upper jet stream. What it looks like right now. And here's down at the bottom is your dates and times, and I'm going to run it, and it's going to change the animated version here. So as it goes through the week. We got a good jet stream blowing across the country there.
Yeah, like
this is
okay.
10 days worth.
What is the okay, the red is what, 104? What's that supposed to mean? What is
pressure?
This?
It's pressure.
Oh, it's pressure. Okay, okay.
See, the white is the low pressure, red is getting into high pressure, and so you got your bands into your red, you got the dark one, like this is whatever it is, pressure, it's off on the side here is what it reads. But what's interesting is the lines that traveling around it. So it's coming off here at, let me take it back to today. So we got stuff coming down from the north here, and then it goes around this low spot in the middle of Nevada, and then it goes back up into Canada, and then it comes down over the Great Lakes across eastern New York and Pennsylvania and Maryland and that. And so when it's bringing some moisture in here, some too, but then it's picking up moisture here in California. But when it gets up here, it's going to turn cold. So you're going to have some lake effect here coming on. So let me move it forward.
I don't want lake effect snow.
Yeah. Well, see, it's missing. It's missing Ohio. See, it's going up around Ohio there, and so. And this stuff here is coming. You can see the pathway is almost straight. It's not coming out of Canada for what's hitting Ohio there, and then you get a little bit here on Saturday coming down. So you're getting just a little bit right there. There you get a high pressure coming in that took a trip up there. But yeah, and just for anyone that wants this, let me go ahead and grab this and throw this in the chat here. So this one. Oh, wrong computer, wrong one. Do it right here. Wrong one. Come on. There we go. Control C, paste. There we go. So this is the Jetstream link. And then this other one here is one that Martha at Old School Prepper sent me. And this one, you can change the altitude. It defaults at 2 meters above ground. And you can see the temperature difference over here is running temperatures. And then we go up to say 6,000 feet. You got your colder temperatures, and the wind patterns have changed a little bit the higher you go. I'll take it up to there, and the temperatures are really dropping. You're getting up to you got high temperatures, and things are dropping off here. But one of the things is, let's go back to say 1,500 feet, and you can go to
I don't know
for the last 3 hours.
Hugo wants to know: is there going to be a polar vortex this year? I hope not.
As Uncle Al likes to say, the jet stream is on wash machine cycle. Up down, agitating back and forth. It's not doing its even pattern like it used to do a couple of years back. It's all over the place. But so this is perceived accumulation of rainfall over the last 3 hours, and this one I can do it for the last hour only. And the amount of rainfall dropped. You can take a look at radar. This one has a whole bunch of different functions in it, and I will put that in there in a second here. You got clouds, so there's the clouds showing. And we can go, just showing over it'll cycle through the last hour.
Yeah.
But if I take it back to temperatures, 2 meters above ground. So I'm going to grab this link here and put it down here in the chat if anybody wants that. These are just 2 cool channels just to store just to save as favorites. And you go and check to see what's going on. And there's the link for that one too. Hedgehog's Homestead is here. Albany Mountain. Did I miss anybody else?
I just want it to be warmer just a little bit longer. I know one year it was when I was a kid, it was beautiful. I think it was like 60 degrees all winter long. We didn't have a drop of snow. It was like paradise. It was amazing.
Allie just came in, food forest permaculture. So, but yeah, if you, like if you watch this, the pattern, it changes. Let's take it to the automatic. See how it changes up and down? It's not following you got swirls, and you got straight across. Now you're getting the up and down. Then it's compressing like it's stalling over the Atlantic, and it just compresses there. Get closer to Halloween, it starts compressing right there. It's doing funny weird, and it's even backtracking here a little bit. So, but that's some of the weather coming at us. And Dave says, for northern areas, no winter means no healing for the ground. Yeah, just the way the different grow zones work and stuff. Up here, if we don't get so many days of freezing temperature, the next year, you got weird plants coming up. You're getting weeds up there. Hey, Keith's in the house. And so, it gets, and Emma's in the house as well. Emma, 3010. Did I miss that? Yeah, Ryan the Gamer's in here. It's just been one of those interesting things. And then, drop that, move that down over here, bring something else up. Today, wrong one, in California, they were protesting against the quote mandatory requirements of all teachers and school-age kids getting the thing that doesn't work on anything is still around, because that variant is long gone. And so they're still, pushing it. And so in protest against the great nuisance, they had a sit out today.
That's interesting. You don't hear about that.
Yeah. I subscribe to something called patch.com. And you can pick, as a central hub, certain cities and stuff. So I got this city back there in California, Martinez, and doing the Martinez patch. And and so the great nuisance mandated Friday that it made it the first state to require all children attending in-person instruction in every school to get jabbed by the useless thing. And teachers and parents are going, and now they're requiring all teacher, at least Los Angeles Unified School District, vowed to prohibit teachers from returning to the classroom on Monday, even if they participate or not in the thing today, if they have not received at least one jab.
Interesting. There's something I would like to actually bring up. Today on the news, and I listen to extremely conservative, sometimes news. I only listen to the radio. I haven't watched TV like news in a very, very long time. But today they had a reporter interviewing someone who was 17, who was driving a semi-truck. It was big news that they are now recruiting people who are 17 to 18 years old to drive truck, which I've been around truck drivers my entire life, including my dad, and my husband is a truck driver as well. And we know for a fact that most insurance companies won't even cover someone who is 18 years old. And if they are 17 driving a truck, they are not like federally able to do so. So why
they
is
they can't go interstate.
Yeah, so why is the news bringing this up, and what exactly are they trying to get people mad about? Because it's obvious that they're not going to get a ton, because they made it sound like this 17-year-old who is driving truck is going to save the world. And to be honest, like, what exactly are they trying to get people ticked off about? Because I mean, it's people 17 and 18-year-olds are not going to go out there and drive truck. Let's face that. I mean, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So, and I kind of chummed it up to being a fake news story. Like it was fake. Like they're trying to, get people angry about something.
Yeah.
I'm
not sure. I know there are certain areas that are having a shortage of truck drivers because some of them are just getting tired of all the bureaucracy and paperwork they got to do, which is getting utterly ridiculous.
Yeah.
And they're retiring from trucking. And they're, leaving it. And so there's being a shortage of truck drivers. And so for local hauls and stuff, I can see some companies hiring kids to do, those that have their, basically they got to have a perfect driving record so far, no tickets.
Well, you have
no
to have
accidents.
a commercial driver's license.
Yeah, and running them and getting their commercial drive. Not necessarily. Depending on the truck. If it's a 2-axle truck under a certain weight, you don't need a commercial driver's license for it, unless you're hauling something that is like gasoline or certain chemicals and stuff.
Yeah, and that's exactly it, Jay. That's exactly it. They were talking about bringing in the National Guard to cover some of these areas that there's no truckers, right? And that's kind of scary to me. So where are we going to get all these federally funded individuals to drive truck? And protect us, because it is the National Guard.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem logical to me. There's a lot of things that don't seem logical to me, like the $600 thing. I don't even want to go there, but that doesn't seem logical to me either.
Yeah.
But the truck driving thing really struck a nerve with me today. Like 17-year-olds can't. I'm not saying that all 17-year-olds are irresponsible. But 16 to 17-year-old, their insurance is way higher than normal 17, 16, with the regular age brackets, because they can't drive. They end up getting in more car accidents. They're always on their cell phones.
And what scares me is that the company's going to hire some of them, and they're going to have some stupid idiot D-bag of a foreman out there on the thing saying, you need to hurry, rather than tell the guys,
yes,
do the speed limit, don't worry about the time, just get the load there safe.
And if you're like a normal truck driving company, you're already running by this, by a string anyway. Most truck driving companies don't fix the trucks correctly. They don't care about their drivers. And I'm not saying that's all companies, but most companies, they'll put some duct tape on it and send you back out. Even though if a DOT inspected you, you're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Because they want to do it as cheaply as possible. Now, put that together with a 17-year-old. And who exactly are we going to have driving on the road?
Yeah. And then you're going to have some of those D-bag foremans tell them, all right, you don't pull in the scales, you go right on by.
Yeah. That's why I was thinking that this might be a fake news story to get people ticked off. But, what are we going to do? Like, you can't beg people to come to work, but you already can't get people to come to work at a fast food joint for $17 an hour.
Yeah, not when they're making, $600 sitting on their butts, and plus the $600 bonus plus the regular unemployment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Now,
hope I'm not touching at any YouTube guidelines or anything like that. I don't want to get anybody in trouble, but I heard that on the news today, and I just thought, well, shoot. I mean, are they trying to get us mad about something, like, or are they trying to distract us from something? Because that's what this story sounds like to me.
yeah, it's probably a distraction story.
Yeah.
Because I know I posted on my Facebook. I don't know how many of you follow me on Facebook, but I posted on the 16th about the Pennsylvania House Democrat that introduced a legislation that just sent me over the edge. And basically, he introduces forced sterilization and 3-child limit legislation. So you can only have, here comes Uncle Al. You can only have 3 kids. You know, it's like, hey, that sounds like the Land of the Red Dragon. And
and Gil froze.
And anybody over the age of 40, according to the article here, has to get sterilized or they get a $10,000 fine.
Gear Grinding had a good point. He said he'd flip burgers for $17 an hour. Where's this at? That's everywhere. Have you not seen signs? I mean, I pass signs all the time. It's Burger King, Taco Bell, Arby's, all of them. They're hiring for big bucks, $13, $14 an hour, because they can't get people to work. At some point in time, they close their lobbies at like 5 o'clock on a Saturday because they don't have anybody to work.
Right.
All right. So Idaho Garden Girl asked who did it, so I'm going to put the link here.
Now,
the article.
I don't give a crap about fast food. Like, that's not the point.
This is going to take or not. Let's see if this takes or not.
Okay.
It's just
I'll let Gil finish typing his thing. I'll answer a few questions. Okay. This was very common in the first part of the 20th century when they sterilized certain groups of people, the mentally defective and certain racial groups were considered defective. Okay. Or if you're a poor white trash person, you got sterilized too. It was very popular when they had the Nuremberg trials and the Nazis came up and said to America and the UK, you guys did it first. Why blame us when we got rid of some people by snip, snip, snip?
But doesn't all this stuff really, doesn't it ring a bell with some people? I mean, they're bringing in federal people to drive truck, and then now they want to limit you on the children that you have. This sounds like specific countries, does it not?
Yeah, but I can't mention it because
I just said specific countries. That's it. That's all. Right. It does. It sounds exactly like specific countries that we all know about.
Yeah. And that's the name of the Pennsylvania Democrat who
vote him out of office away or drag him out of office and recall him because he just violated his oath of pledge of office because he violated the Nuremberg trial. They had laws
accord.
Right. And you could arrest him right on the spot. Second of all, you cannot whatchamacallit. I forget which amendment. Remember, I have brain damage.
You're not supposed to be able to force medical procedures on a person.
Right.
Now, here's the interesting thing. Pennsylvania State Republican David Rowe just ripped it, saying, I am the 4th child. If this had been passed, I would not even be born. And just totally ripped this guy.
How is this stuff even getting passed? Like, even with the $600 thing.
This has only been introduced. Everyone else practically, even other Democrats, are coming down on it. So it's not going to pass. And
it shouldn't even be introduced. This is a huge problem.
And the thing is, so he's hiding it with a bunch of stuff. If you read the article, there's it's got it has a copy of the memorandum, and basically it points out to about, if you have if someone gets someone pregnant without consent, or a bunch of they're trying to hide it about a bunch of other stuff. So they said if someone gets someone pregnant, by slipping the condom off, That's, these are the ones we're going after. And no, it says specifically at 40 years of age, every male will be sterilized.
With all the issues that America has right now, why the heck are we focusing on this stupid crap? Like this?
Because
this is the stupidest thing that I have ever heard.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony.
Hi, Anthony. It isn't the smartest. It's like the National Guard would drive trucks. They tried that once in 52. That's why we had the interstate highway, because Eisenhower screamed at the Democrats they were a bunch of idiots because they had a trucker strike, and it took Eisenhower to solve it. And they said, why can't we use the National Guard to drive trucks? They did that. Do you know how many car accidents happened in 1952 with big trucks?
They think it's someone, once they're in the Army or the National Guard, they automatically know how to drive big stuff. Most of the foot soldiers do not know how to drive those trucks.
Some of them don't even have a license.
Exactly. All right.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't try to bring up anything like that we weren't supposed to be talking about or anything, but there's just a couple of issues that I just had a huge problem with today. And I was just like, what?
That's all right. There's a whole bunch of things you don't know. And right now, because I have to do a video because somebody asked for it, what's wrong with the old atomic warfare? I keep telling them, you got to stop thinking it's the 1980s. Nobody's doing mutual mass destruction. That's so old. That's 40 years old, folks. That went out my generation, or well, not even Gil's generation, but nobody does that. And people get confused. So what's a hypersonic missile? And I'm looking at people like, you didn't went to college, did you? Or took physics? No, I took underwater dancing. What the?
Yeah,
and remember, these are the same generation that didn't learn cursive.
However, now on the good side, I got to find it here. One of my relatives posted a link, and I'm trying to find it here real quick. Well, that one's. I got to show this. This is cute. So a bunch of teenagers dressed up like the MASH guys because they kind of look like them. It looks like they could be their younger selves, doesn't it?
Yeah. My grandmother used to watch that all the time.
I used to watch it all the time too. But yeah, so.
That's funny.
I don't look like Father McKay.
Yeah. So, but I'm trying to find here. There was about a. Where was it here? Oh no, I don't want to see that. That's a accident ready. That's an accident. It's going to happen. Dump truck bed is going up as he's coming to an overpass.
I don't want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Maccabees, the trouble with trains should be hauling more. They're at their maximum limit. Somebody screwed up Chicago really bad, and I won't say who in power in Chicago screwed it up, so their trucking buddies will make money.
No, not there.
Is that begins with an O?
I won't say it.
Okay. Basically what it was, they were talking about is a high school, and they had a picture of this one school that had started wood shop again. Only guess what? Who's in the wood shop? Mostly girls.
Yep.
Making stuff, working on it. It's like, yes.
I love work. I mean, that's why I worked in the lumber departments. I loved working with wood. I loved driving a forklift. I loved those things,
Yeah, I was the last guy in home economics when we had it in my school, and everybody kind of looked at me. I told them I cook better than most of these girls in my class, and they know it too. Even today, when I visit them at my old high school, I said, "You're still poisoning your grandkids, aren't you?"
Yeah, I love girls in the wood shop too. And in fact, for those that have never really messed around, but working with wood and cutting it is kind of like sewing. Yep. You have to know your measurements. You have to know your patterns. Mm-hmm. I can see why women would want to do that because it's very similar in certain aspects. So,
to answer Keith's question, it's not the mob. The mob's mad. because when they had the rail yards, they made more money. When they switched over to trucking, they lost a lot of money. And the mob's going to take back Chicago one of these days. I guarantee it. It's going to be a bloodfest next year because everybody forgets what happened in 1922. Yeah, Scarface. Al Capone came in.
Yeah, but there was a lot of other things going on that even, he would have been balking at.
Hold on 1 second, guys. I'll be back.
All right. Okay, and I'm trying to find it here. Oh, well, it's not going to show it. But I do have something funny for you. Sure. Now, there is, let's see if I can get this right here. Too much. There we go. I'll just show it. Before I show it. So, how you deal with somebody driving on the road who wrongs you? I never wish death upon anybody who wrongs me. I wish sudden explosive diarrhea while stuck in traffic with frequent sneezes.
True.
Think about that, folks. You don't wish death on anybody. You wish this on them instead. It's a lot better.
But what's kind of funny today, I got a phone call from a hospital out of my area, and I told them, you have to contact me a week before the doctor's appointment because I have to arrange travel. And they just called me. I have an appointment on the 20th. And I canceled that. What year is this?
2021.
Okay, I made the appointment for 2020.
And they just called about the what? Somebody entered it in their computer wrong.
Yeah, they need to get their head out of there. I swear to God, I have 2 hospitals I have to deal with. And one of them, I told them, if you don't get this order straight in 2020, I'm not coming back. I have to cancel the whole thing because they said, you have a medical appointment in our area, which is about 60 miles away, at this time, 2:00 in the afternoon.
If we're talking $10 a gallon this winter, Keith, we're, I think, in a heck of a lot of trouble.
That's why I told everybody to buy gas during the summer and put it in your woodshed.
All right. Trading economics. I'm just trying to
Hey, old school. Thanks for coming in. I haven't seen you in a while, girl.
Okay, good to see you. I'm trying to find the date on this one here.
Oh, Corky got to see how she washes her root vegetables today. She made a video this morning. They have exfoliation gloves that you can pick up at the store and just rub over the root vegetable, take all the dirt off.
Nice. I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah. Also, you could use it for dead skin on your face, too.
All right. The article here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in there first. See. So there's the link in the chat if anybody wants to look at it. Open it up in the second window here. But
Jay, have you ever seen that one protest? I thought it was so funny. It was the French. They were really mad and they went to Parliament and they had a poop truck and they sprayed the entire side of Parliament with the poop truck. It was pretty funny.
All right.
I watched that over again.
Heating oil futures are to skyrocket to $2.60 a gallon.
Yep.
The highest since 2014.
You know why?
There are all sorts of problems. And, this stuff over here on the side is changing constantly here. You can see
right. Because the 2 main distributors in Canada and America, this is East Coast, West Coast, we don't have to worry about unless you're in the mountain states. Yeah. They shut down. They said they're not making a profit and told everybody to go home. They just locked up and they left. And
so this is the heating oil stuff going up here. You got close there, but we're getting there even closer now. It's as we go along. But
start getting your heat alternative.
Right now, see it's starting to come down here today.
Yeah.
It came down a little bit, so it's showing down. But for the month, it's up 17 cents for crude oil, 13 cents for Brent, whatever that is. Natural gas is down 10 cents. Gasoline's up so, I guess this is, I'm not sure what the volume on this is. Is up, these are percentages. So it's up 17%. Heating oil's up 17%. Ethanol's flat. Propane is up 16%. Methanol's up 23% for the month.
That's how I want to heat my home.
Yeah.
What?
With methanol.
Hey, you have all the animals and stuff, produce your own. Read at Manifestations of Imagination was talking about putting in a methanol generator, for using livestock byproducts to heat his house.
Yeah, there's alternatives out there, old school.
Right,
one is the pellet stove. Right. I know a lot of people that have pellet stoves and they buy like a whole pallet of pellets for the entire winter, and it lasts them all winter long.
Right, but there's
works even better than that. You get the pellet stove. They'll take both pellets or corn kernels.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And then because corn kernels are cheaper than the pellets.
Right, but both forget one thing. You need power to run those machines. Mm-hmm. If you don't have electricity, you cannot run a pellet or a corn stove.
Yeah. So it's good to have as like a backup.
However,
not as the
power draw on them is like 500 watts at the most, because all it has is just a slow motor, so it doesn't draw much amperage, and it kicks on every now and then to move the pellets up the auger, drop it in. And the blower,
right?
And the blower you're looking at is like 15 watts, 20 watts at the most. I mean, the blower here on my stove here is a 5-watt blower.
Right.
Just marry a real woman; she'll keep you warm. Thank you, Anthony. Thanks.
Funny, Anthony. But like I said, folks, I have everything set up so I don't have to worry about it. I could either go diesel, propane, or wood.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I got those 3 covered.
Speaking of propane, has anybody been looking at the costs of the propane heaters for indoor use? Let me see
you mean like the big buddies?
Yeah, or just the regular buddy, the Mr. Heater.
I think they're gone. I can't find anything like that on the shelves anymore.
Okay, depends where you're looking. All right. Okay, here we go. On Amazon, the Mr. Heater Buddy, this is the one I did the review on, $95. I got mine for $35 or something like that a couple years ago. That's a big jump. $96 for the basically the same thing from a different seller. The Mr. Heater the Flex Buddy, $149. The little camping one, which used to be $29, is $72. All right. Hang on, I'm going to check these numbers against. All right. The bigger Mr. Heater Buddy, not this little small one, like I have almost like the double wide. Here, this is the double wide. $260. That's more than twice it'd be cheaper to get 2 of the regular ones.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, we told everybody to buy these in the summer. Did they listen?
Nope. Now, the big differences from the Mr. Heaters and the Buddy system and these others, what you just put on top of the tanks here, these don't have the oxygen sensor.
Right, they're used for outdoors.
Don't have the carbon monoxide sensor. This you can use in the garage or the shop if you have if it's drafty, air's blowing through there all the time anyways. But yeah,
it's best if you use it for a milking barn.
Yeah, and these I have a couple of these for if when and if I ever get pigs for the pig silo to put out there.
Right.
But yeah, so here's a Gasland version of a Mr. Heater. $179.
Yeah, but it isn't really portable. If you ever seen one of those, they're fairly big and they're on wheels.
Actually,
Like,
this is, yeah, I guess that's wheels. Let me open up another link here and take a look. See, give it a second to load up. Yeah, this one here is on wheels. So I think that one there is Mr. Heater's on wheels.
right.
So
because once they get that
yeah,
size,
you could roll that around the house. It has tip over protection, so you can run it on just one panel, 2 or 3 panels.
right. But that's a radiated heater, so you
Yeah.
cannot use it in the house. It's best to use it in garages, workshops, and construction site. No
As it
carbon
says right
monoxide.
here.
Yeah. There's no carbon monoxide detector on it. And you
Right.
have to be careful on the propane hose. You got to get the right ones. Because if it's not the right one for the right model, guess what you do?
Yeah.
I smell gas. Let's light up one. Boom! They leak.
Go to my wish list. Like for my Mr. Buddy heater, I'm going to get this thing here set up if I have to. And
Yeah,
this
like-
has the adapter for the from the big tank with the filter there, so I can run my Mr. Buddy heater without it plugging up from any of the stuff that's in the big tanks.
Yeah.
Right, like moisture.
Like old school, and Anthony already said, if you haven't bought all this stuff yet, guys, you're a little too late.
Yeah,
Way too late.
the prices are going up a little bit, but this was I watched this over the last week. It went up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I just got to remember to watch more often. The next time it goes down, cheaper than when I put it in there, even if it's by only 5 cents, then I buy it.
Yeah, it'll be probably 5 years from now.
No, I said this week it's been going up and down. When I put it in there at a certain price, the price has been going higher, lower, higher, lower, higher, lower all week. But it's only been dropping like 5, 6 cents price.
Yeah.
So I think it was $36.99 when I put it in there. It's at $37.16. So it drops back down below $36.99, then I will go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, you got to be careful with the old kerosene heaters because some of them you have to be really careful because they're chokers.
Yeah, let me just go back.
Because I use them all the time in the dairy barn. You have to know how to do the wicks. You have to know the right kind of mix of kerosene because you have to cut it a little with diesel to burn it. Because if you don't get the extra clean, it smokes.
It stinks.
Yeah. Gil knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, kerosene heaters. Outdoor. Okay, now these the Dynaglow here can be used are for use in houses. I have the Kerosene or Caro World. They changed the name. They got bought out. I got 2 of those, and I got 1 of these.
I got 1 of them.
Yeah, they work really good, but you got to be careful on your wick and on the fuel base.
The wick is the basic thing on it. These, if you buy bulk kerosene, they'll work just fine on bulk kerosene.
Right. But you want extra clean or extra fine. Do not get the coarse. Keep telling that to my nephews. That's why all the cows are going.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see the wick on it. Let's go in here. See, this one shows pictures. Nope, only 1 picture. I hate it when they only put the ones that put only 1 picture in there. That 1 picture.
Right. And do not put anything on top of these heaters. I had my idiot mother trying to put a pot of water on top of them.
Yeah, the wire cages here are not made to have, anything more than a piece of toast to put up on them.
Right. They're designed for safety, not to hold weight. Because I don't want anything to burn down.
Does this one have more pictures? Nope. Geez, they're being lazy, putting only 1 picture in. They used to put the thing showing taking the combustion chamber in the middle off and showing wick heights and stuff like that, but
they don't want to get sued.
Yeah. And
all right, guys, I gotta get down, but thank you so much for having me on, and I gotta put my son to bed. So
okay,
yeah, and you go live in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, 10 o'clock.
40 minutes.
Yeah. All right, see you later, guys. Have a good one.
All right, thanks, Courtney.
All right, bye.
Yeah.
I got my
And
mummy bag, so I don't have to worry. I got stocking cap and a mummy bag and long underwear. The rest of you guys freeze. I live in California, a cold part, but
wrong one.
no, that's not a bad
I just
problem,
screwed
folks.
that up.
Remember, we survived the first month of the long winter. We just got to finish November and December.
Well, actually, the winter doesn't start until December 21st.
True.
So, all right. Wrong one. Okay, what the heck? Pulled up the.
Oh, here's a
shoot.
bit of financial advice to
Dang it.
everybody. If you hear your company goes ESG awoke, pull your money out of that company.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't understand those abbreviation. Uncle Alan does.
I
And
may
when
go
you-
my stuff's acting up here. I may disappear for a second.
No problem. Just me. Hi, folks. Like I said, Uncle Alan's been busy. I've been running around raising money, and
There we go. I'm back.
okay.
I saw it starting to act up, so I figured I better refresh it quick beforehand.
Right.
All right, and let me throw this up here. Control C. Dang. I keep trying to set my notifier that when I'm on a live, not to post it, and it just ignores it. You know, YouTube's ignoring it and forcing the notifications to pop up.
Hi,
here.
Joe.
All right, so yeah, so the usual characters and friends know what that means. That's the one to come up here for the usual people, and some not so usual. So got more room up here for those. And see,
Yeah, come on up. Like I said, remember, if your investment company invested any other company that has the ESG, pull your money out of it, because half the big tech, half big of pharma, and half of other industries that's supposed to be awoke and socially conscious, like Nike. If you had Nike, how much is Nike worth now? Not that much. It nosedived last year.
yeah, I'm not sure. Let me
It went,
pull up this up here.
and a lot of people went, This is why I tell people, you better know what you're doing on economic warfare. This is the winter where they're going to hit you the hardest.
Let's see what we got
Because
here.
Captain Crazy's doing a lot of insane thing, because all the senators walked into his office from both parties and told Crazy, you know who, Captain Crazy, that he cannot ask the UN to step in to control our 2A problem. They said, if you send that legislation in, we'll pull you out of office in 20 minutes. So he backed down on that.
Yeah.
Do you know
All
why?
right. Oh, yeah, it's just, yeah, it's in because they know what would happen if they send out blue helmets out to take people's Second Amendment rights away. They're going to be all there's going to be left out there is a bunch of blue helmets with holes in them.
Right. And also both parties shot up.
Yeah.
It violates the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, because it allows a foreign power, not Chinese, to come in and institute their laws in our land. Yeah. That's a big no-no.
All right. In response to who put it out there, let me go back up here. Someone put out a statement.
True, Anthony.
As I go back up here. Okay, Idaho Garden Girl said that she's saw some of these in the Home Depot. So I'm going to go back here. So I got to reshare.
Which one is that?
There we go. It's flickering. Stop sharing. Try it again. Share. Why is it doing that?
I don't know. Halloween?
Share screen.
Yeah, the red, that's lead in
there
the red
goes.
one. So don't use the red. You want clear.
Yeah. All right. Now here's what's interesting. They have it listed the same one I have for $85. This is one that was $95 on Amazon, but they unavailable for pickup and unavailable for delivery. So
Right.
they're not even shipping it up here.
They
Same
don't
thing
have it.
for the double wide Mr. Heater. Now the Flex, they have one in stock in Idaho Falls, $199 available for free delivery at $150. The Mr. Heater Camo double wide, which would be the same as this one here, just a different, the texture, the kind of instead of being red, it's got the camo on it. $230. They got 18 available for free ship to store and 18 available for free delivery to home.
Right.
So
for Jay, if you get silver or paper currency, you haven't seen East Germany. I have in the 80s when they were flushing their dirt marks down the toilet. For $20, you could buy 2 steamer trunks full of their money. That's how bad it went.
hey, Diggs.
Hey,
Hey,
Dave.
what's up, guys?
Yeah. And so, I mean, the one other thing they had,
Froze.
they had the 2-pack on there for $443 for the double wide Mr. Heater 2-pack. But yeah, hey, if that's all you have can get to heat your house, bite the bullet, get it. But if you're going to run it off of the 5-gallon, also known as the 20-pound tank, you got to get one of those little filters. And they have the filters at Amazon. Where actually that was the cheapest price I had was that one that had the hose and the filter on it for $37. That's a 12-foot hose that goes on the tank, and then the filter and stuff before it goes into the heater. That was the cheapest combination I could find.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Go ahead, Diggs.
With those buddy heaters, what you have to do is if you run a 5-pound, what that little filter does, it actually acts as a regulator so you don't overpressurize it.
Yeah.
That's exactly because it's the same setup for me to run a 5-pound bottle on my Coleman stove. It's the same type of setup. I have to regulate it down, or I'll blow the burners right out of it.
Yeah. On my stove, does it have it on there? Or is it not? I'm not sure. I have to go look at it again.
It depends what model it is.
Yeah, it depends what model it is. Whether it's one of those turkey fryers, which they don't have
A regulator
on.
That's why sometimes you see a 3-foot flame coming out of it.
Yeah. So let me put this back up. Yeah, so you can get the Mr. Heater low pressure regulator on it. But this just says universal fuel filter on it.
I get both, folks. It's a smart deal.
Yeah. But for you get the hose, this one here has the hose and the fuel filter on it. So you don't get the crud coming from the tanks up into it.
Like moisture.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or from the moisture that was in there, the little flakes of metal.
Right.
Yeah, the rust flaking up in there.
You can tell when your fires turns orange. And you're like, that's a weird color.
Well, actually, on the buddies, it turns orange anyway because of the catalytic converter.
No, I mean like on a
stove.
Yeah,
cook stove. But there is a getting into assets. Dollar is a. Okay, Anthony's talking money here.
Right.
All right, Anthony does a lot of research on the dollar and gold and everything else. He's got some good, interesting videos out there at Palmetto Prepared.
Yep.
So
also, he knows what I'm talking about when I said East Germany or Zimbabwe, because he understands what they tried to do. And everybody forget that October the 8th, 1922, the Weimar, not Wiener Republic, folks, Weimar Republic had hyperinflation. They made several good movies of people carrying wheelbarrows of cash to buy a loaf of bread or 3 potatoes.
do I still have that as on this computer? No, it's on the other computer. I actually had a picture of a Zimbabwe $1 million note.
Oh, they go past that. That's
Yeah.
commonplace. You want the $1 trillion note.
Maybe it was a China. All I know is it was one with a boatload of zeros after it.
Yeah, that's the $1 trillion. Is it like rainbow money?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the $1
Heck,
trillion one.
Monopoly money's worth more than that is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Really?
That's why they use our cash to support their economy. And China tried to introduce the yuan and digital yuan. Guess what happened to China and Zimbabwe? Bye. Get out.
Yeah.
They threw them out because the yuan's worse than our money.
Yeah.
You think our money's bad? Go see
Hi,
theirs.
Dave.
Yeah, there's Dave. Hey, Dave.
He's out. He's going. His headache's getting to him, so he's going to crash.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Check for carbon monoxide leaks.
I don't think he's running the heater yet.
Okay.
Yes. Oh. Anthony has a $20 billion $20 billion notes.
Yep.
Hey, Anthony, so what's that worth? About 15 cents?
Maybe.
Like I said, folks, it's going to be fun times coming up next year because I did warn people. I got to still do that video on hyperatomic warfare. It's not your dad's atomic warfare because people don't understand. Thank God they haven't learned the secret yet. So I'm keeping my mouth shut about that. They're about 20 years away from it.
Yeah. Yeah. Tomorrow I got to hit Home Depot. Now the prices of plywood is dropping.
Yep.
I got to get several sheets of 1/2-inch plywood and a bunch of rolls of 6-inch insulation and do a little bit more of the walls out there in the shop, particularly the north-facing walls and the east-facing walls.
Yeah. Get it while the price goes down.
Yeah.
Because I keep telling people
It's going to go back up again.
Get right for 2 reasons: shipping problems, and the second reason is a lot of the plants are closing down because they don't meet the what standards. It starts with a letter C and a letter O.
Yeah. Well, humid.
It's Hub.
Hub.
Hey, Hub.
Hub's here from
It's
Miami.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
But like I said, folks, bring in your supplies. If you go deer hunting, go all 3 seasons. If you do black powder, bow and arrow, and regular rifle, go for it. Get at least 3 deers that'll supplement your food. Do the 4 corners like I told everybody. And luckily, a few of people who listen to me get another freezer. Because if one breaks, you could put the food in the other freezer.
Yeah.
1 is none, 2 is needed.
That's the other thing to remember about the freezers and refrigerators. They don't have to be plugged in all the time.
True.
A chest freezer, you plug it in, it runs, and the second it stops running, you unplug it, set a timer for 6 hours, plug it in for a half hour, unplug it, set the timer for another 6 hours, and then at night when it's cooler, it's you can let it run from the time you go to bed to the time you get up in the morning. Just let it sit, not running, and you just plug it in, fire up your generator for half an hour, let it run.
Anthony did something pretty cool last year. He talked about sandstone. You could put a slab of sandstone inside the freezer, and it retains the cold for those 6 hours.
Hey, Hub, can you do me a favor, please? And that comment about redirecting to the White House, can you retract it, please?
Right, you can't use that.
They're dinging channels where they have comments like that in there.
Right, and you might have a visitor 1 or 2, so we can't use that. You got to scramble that.
Yeah. And Julie Evans is here now. Hey, Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hey, Steve, Corsair Trainers.
Hey, Corsair. Wait a second. Where's Mouse at? Hi, Mouse. I know you missed that. Hi, Mouse.
Thanks, Hub.
Yep.
Appreciate it. Now, on my other channel, the Gray Man Prepping, it's not monetized, and I'm not worried about it. This one I finally got monetized, and I don't want to get it to lose it.
Right, but it's not a good idea, folks, to say this on this kind of
platform that is being
monitored
watched,
by everybody.
monitored worse than the brown shirts were in Germany.
Right. So I keep warning people, you got to be really careful about that, because you don't know who's coming to your door next.
Where was it here? Something else to look into, people. Those of you that are starting to grow a garden and stuff, you really need to get the there's a book out there. See if I can bring that one up here real quick.
The Green Wizards one?
No. The Complete Home Guide to Home Canning. You know, this is the one that even Mouse Toes says everybody needs to get. This is the one put out by the U.S. Department of Agriculture and the National Institute for Food and Agriculture. Yeah, so you do all the extra testing on that. So it's only the paperback is only $9. Well, so if you want to get fancy, you get the spiral bound for $30. But you know,
right,
$8 for beginners and stuff to use. And look at Mouse Toes. Mouse Toes says, yes!
Yep.
But take that one off. And the other one, in a couple days. Okay, that one's gone.
Hey,
gone. Oh, here's the difference. These here are both 41 quart All-American pressure canners. One is $600. The other one's $750. Depends who you're buying it from. Do your shopping.
Right. Also, I had a question earlier on another chat on gardening and on pruning fruit trees. I keep telling them, after you prune your trees, and if the weather's cool, you spray them with copper sulfate. And they always bring up excuses. Well, my trees isn't sick. It's a preventative. By the time the disease appears, your tree is infected. It's like cancer. Well, if I don't smoke, I won't get cancer. If I smoke, I'll get cancer. Sorry, Steve, but I was a smoker too. So, like I said, folks, it's preventative.
All right. A lot of people don't understand. Interesting thing here. These used to have prices on them a couple of weeks ago. The ball wide mouth, half-gallon jars, don't know when they're going to get back in stock.
Right.
The quart jars, don't know when they're going to get back in stock. Wide mouth quart, don't know when they're going to get them back in stock. Lids, 72 lids for $47. Price is going up. 4 dozen regular and 4 dozen wide mouth for $58. Total of 8 dozen jars. So those of you that are buying, I'm not sure if that's a good deal. I don't think that's a good deal. I think the price has gone up. Yeah. So if you are starting, enlarging your garden, growing more stuff, check around. What is that app for neighborhoods? Not Let Go. There's another one for local people giving stuff away. Keep an eye out for garage sales and estate sales. Because estate sales, you're going to find some families where the kids aren't interested in doing the canning, but the sale from the grandparents or parents, and they had all these jars and they want to get rid of them, and they think they're going to have to pay people to take them away. If you get there first thing in the morning and they open up, and you're looking around, boy, you got a lot of jars, and they say, yeah, we'll pay you $1 to take them away. Score!
Yeah, DIY Solar Homestead did that. Went to a estate sale, and he filled up his van from bottom floor to the top of the ceiling. Nothing but jars of every size. No lids, but he grabbed all the jars and just stuffed them. He even had some in the passenger seat. on the dashboard. He was loaded.
Gil, I think you probably attack a flea market like I would. When I go to a flea market, I go through it first. Anything I think it's going to move fast, I'll grab. Then right before the flea market's going to close, I'll go through it again, and people are like, make me an offer. I don't want to take it home.
Yeah. Martha got a good deal there. Got 6 cases for free from estate sales.
Yep. Also, you want to look for wooden racks. People always bypass that one. And I keep telling them, do you know what they use wooden racks for? And they say, I don't know, Uncle Al. When it's raining outside and you can't put it on the clothesline, you put it near your stove and you hang your clothes there.
Or if you have central heating, you hang it above where the heating vent is in the floor so that it dries the clothes and stuff too. And you're not running the furnace. I mean, you're since you're already running the furnace, you don't want to add the dryer to it. So you let the furnace dry it out. And that's something too that, let me go back up here. If you have an electric heater, let me go over here. I'm going to pull this one up. There we go. This is the neatest thing. If you have an electric dryer, you have an electric clothes dryer, you put this in the ducting line. And in the wintertime, you flip this little lever right there on the side up, and it opens up the hole here. So all that warm, moist air comes into the house. There's no carbon monoxide because it's an electric dryer.
Right, but please do clean your ductwork.
Yeah.
Because you don't want the whole house filled with those little lint things.
Yeah. And this has a screen on the front of it here. So you got to make sure you clean the screen every load and you clean your regular dryer screen every load.
Right.
But it's like Emma says, where she's at, she needs the humidity. Here, when the temperature drops to freezing outside, by the 3rd day, the humidity in the house has, boom, fallen to the floor.
Okay, guys, I got to go. I got things I got to do later.
Okay.
Nice meeting you, Diggs.
All right, and we got Courtney's live coming up in about 17 minutes, her Media Monday. And, oh, yes, she's going to be announcing the 3 people that are going to carve pumpkins today on Media Monday. Let me go back over here real quick. I'm going to pull open YouTube and make sure her Media Monday where it is. There it is. That's the after party. Where's the current one? Here we go. Media. There we go. The one coming up here in 16 minutes now. So this.
I do have one thing I picked up today. I just want to share real quick.
Okay.
I got Herbalist Bible.
Oh, yeah. My wife was looking at that.
Yeah, I picked it up. It's $19. Has like 82 different herbs in there. This is like from the original. It was John Parkinson who did it in, I think, the 1700s or late 1600s. Somewhere on it. So it has his original text in here and how he prepared it and what the herbs actually do. But a lot of this stuff, I'll be honest, you could probably find it in your backyard or in the woods behind your house, as long as you have some disturbed ground back there. So a lot of some of these you probably already have around your home. So
all right, Anthony. Good night. Have a good time tomorrow. All right. So
night, Anthony.
This is Courtney's Media Monday, and there is the link to it. So, guys, everybody, go to the bathroom, get yourself a refill on your coffee, your hot chocolate, whatever your drink is, and head over to Courtney's. We're going to wrap this up here. But before I go, I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow on Gray Man Prepping, the topic for tomorrow is stocking up for a grid down event. It doesn't have to be a long event. It could be a couple days. It could be a couple weeks. I know Martha, old school prepper, last year I think it was 8 days, if I'm correct. She was without power. So That's the stuff we're going to be talking about tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping. And that's gray with an A, not an E, the proper American way. A for American, not E for Europe. And 10. She says 10 days. So she was down. She was without power for 10 days. So that's where we're going to go. And so everyone.
About 15 years ago, we were out of electricity for 2 weeks over a branch. Over a branch. That's it. I'm like,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, you were probably somewhere where there wasn't a high priority area, so you were the last one to get serviced.
We weren't. I wasn't a high priority area. Let me give you the rundown on this. It won't take very long.
All right.
We were not high priority because everybody around us, our next door neighbors, everybody else had electricity. We didn't have electricity for 2 weeks. And what it was is we have a circuit breaker on a pole out here. They just said they never flipped the circuit breaker for us. I'm like, are you kidding me? We went 2 weeks for a freaking switch? Really?
Yeah. All righty, folks. Just want to remind everybody, keep a positive attitude no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out there and do foolish things, and keep on prepping. Keep on adding to your stores, and we'll see you at the next live stream or video I post. All right. Take care.